Hey, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm just going to be doing a voiceover because my microphone decided not to record any audio. Today we're going to be taking a look at this engine that I just brought home. It is a 1976 Toyota 2TC motor. It's going to be going in my Corolla, and we're going to go ahead and tear down the head and take a peek inside. The first thing I had to do was move all my junk out of the way, including this old engine, and then I had to go ahead and pull out the cherry picker. Once that was all out of the way, it was time for the cherry picker to make its trek out to the garage and buy the engine. Once it's in place, it's time to go ahead and jack up the cherry picker. Unfortunately, since it was so high up, it was too short, so I had to lengthen it and go to the half-ton selection on the cherry picker. Right here you can see the weight come off of the truck as I finally start lifting the engine out. At this point I was pretty nervous about hitting something with the engine, but fortunately my truck came out unscathed. Now that the engine was back on the ground, it was time to start pulling her apart, starting with the spark plug wires. With the wires out, it's time to start pulling out the spark plugs themselves. All the plugs and wires are out now, so I started to take off the valve cover. With the valve cover off, you can see here that this oil sat in here for a long time. It was all dusty and kind of hardened on there. Here I went ahead and started removing the carburetor before I went any further. This engine has a lot of EGR lines, so it's time to cut those off. I'll be replacing this with a Weber 3236. With the carburetor off, it's now time to remove the intake manifold. The intake came off pretty easy. Now it's time for the exhaust. Now that the exhaust is off, I can start working on getting the rocker assembly off, and then the head. So the rocker assembly here and the head are torqued down by the same bolts. So once the rocker is off, the head will come off with it. So that's the rocker assembly coming off, and now the push rods, I have to make sure I keep them in the same orientation as I took them off. And now for the moment of truth, the head is off. So overall, this engine seems to be in pretty good shape. It doesn't look like anybody has bored it out at all. The water jacket's looking pretty good shape. And you can still even see the crosshatch on the cylinder wall. There were some kind of seeds in there or something. The lifters all look good. The camshaft looks great. And I'm excited to get started building up this engine. You can see here something's been done to the freeze plug. But that's about it. Thank you for watching my teardown of my 1976 Toyota engine going in my 79 Corolla wagon. Again, I'm sorry for the audio. I've had to do this little voiceover, so I know sometimes it's going to be pretty quiet. But hopefully next time it'll be better. I got a new camera, and I'm excited to try it out. But thank you again for watching. Please subscribe, like, and all that good stuff. Take care.